Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Happy Monday night, everybody. How's everyone doing? Let's see if we can get this to come in a little bit clearer. And let's see, that's a little better. And we'll give it a little light, and I think we're good to go. How is everybody? How is your first or second Monday night without football? And are you catching up on golf? Hey, Huckles, thanks for joining. Golf weekend was good this weekend. There was a tournament, as you all know, there's, the horrific fires in California. And this is the part of the tour that's happening in California. So they've had to hustle to get other golf courses in California up to snuff. And they've done an amazing job. It really has been an amazing testimony of determination and will that people have, gathered together and done such a great job. So my own personal shout out to all the people that work so hard to make other things happen, just for our enjoyment. That's the most important part. Hey, Mary and Miss Marcia from Wisconsin and Judy. Good to see all of you guys. Can somebody just message back? Can you hear me okay? My screen is very dark and I'm not exactly sure if I think I'm live because I see you guys, but if someone could just type in on comments that you see me and we're live, that would really help me a lot. Give me a little confidence. Thanks, Mary. Okay, good. So a couple of announcements before we get started, because I want to just throw it out there. First, I'll start off by saying that I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If this is the first time you've ever seen me, thank you for joining. And if you're coming back or watching the replay, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page called Trish's Card Club. This is where I come every Monday night right around 8 o'clock Eastern time to do my live videos. And you can shop with me online at trishnn.stampinup.net if you see things that you would like, and you can go there and buy them. And you might want to do that tonight, because one of the items that I'm using tonight is on our last chance list, and it's on sale for a great deal. So that's one thing I want to put out there. The other thing is that we are almost to the end of what we call Celebration. And Celebration is an opportunity where if you purchase $60 in product in US, you can pick out a free item from a catalog, which would be good if I showed you the catalogs. That would help. This is a Celebration catalog right here. And these are some of the items that are for free. And as far as I know, we have everything still in stock. So the opportunities are abundant. And then this is the mini catalog that this is going to be good through April, but the Celebration deal only goes through the end of February, and we're quickly approaching the end of February. So that I just wanted to throw out there. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you and remind you guys, because I haven't talked about it in a couple Mondays, is if you join Stampin' Up! Now, if you have a big wish list and you join Stampin' Up! Now, you can get $155 worth of product for $99. And that is like the best deal that Stampin' Up! Offers. There's another offer where you can get, for the same $99, you can get a pre-selected product from Stampin' Up! There are 2 sets of markers and a stamp set, which is also very pretty. But if you've been stamping for a while and you kind of know what you already have and you want to pick out your own stuff, that is the best deal ever. And every year I always have 1 or 2 people join. There's no commitment. Stampin' Up! Has a very generous joining policy. You get a 20% discount, and it's good for 3 months, 4 months. And then if you continue to stay, then you have a minimum that you have to purchase each quarter. So and if you don't, you just thank Stampin' Up! And move on, and you go back to being one of my customers, and it's all good and super easy. So I'm just throwing that out there. If anyone is interested, just message me or text me, or however you need to reach out to me. Email me. That'll be all good. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to bring in the stamp set that we're going to be using tonight, because this is on the last chance list. It's called Iconic Imageries. When I bought this, it was $38. You can get the stamp set and the dies for $18 right now because it's on clearance, and it's really worth it because it's got tons of holidays in here. So we've got snowflakes, we've got fall leaves, we've got birthday candles, we've got Christmas trees, we've got some greenery, we have a beautiful word celebrate, and another really pretty word grateful, which I just love the font of both of those, and then all kinds of word stamps. So celebrate the season, grateful for you, celebrate peace, celebrate joy. There's so many things that you can do with this stamp set and matching dies. And the dies have some beautiful labels in them. several actually labels, and then a bunch of dies that follow the images as well. So it's a really, really versatile set. So that's what we're using tonight. We're actually, out of this whole set, we're using one little stamp, but that's what we're doing. Because tonight we're going to be actually making our cards with cardstock. Now, I'm going to show you the cards in advance, which you know I hate to do because I love to do the reveal. But I think it's going to make what you guys, it'll be more beneficial for you guys to see the end result and then how we get there. So that's what we're doing. And I want to give a shout out to Michelle. What's Miss Michelle's last name? Hold on, because this is her math. Michelle, I think it's pronounced Quinno, Quinno. Quinno. I think that's how you say it. But if it's not, I apologize. But as you guys know, my last name, no one gets that right either. She did the measurements, or showed me the technique. Now, I have done this. If you go way back in some of my live videos, you'll see this video. But I don't think I've done it in the format that she has showed me. So there, it's 3 cards. Isn't that really pretty? And now, you guys, I did this because I'm desperate for some male birthday cards, and I thought these colors would definitely get away with mail cards. So it's not exactly as Michelle does it, but the concept of cutting it is how she did it. So this is the end result. And so let's backtrack and see how we get there. So you're going to take your card base, standard 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half and scored. So that's same as it always is. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 sheets of paper, any color. I'm choosing for my colors, I'm doing Lost Lagoon and Old Olive. So Old Olive, Lost Lagoon. And there's a new color out there. This is very vanilla, but there's other colors that you could put with this. White would look really pretty. It may even be showing up white on your screen. I'm not 100% sure, but you just want to pick 3 colors that go good together. Now, let me finish. I'll go back to that. So then you just stack them like that. So you want to stack them together. Then you get your cutter. I'm going to use an old Stampin' Up cutter that they don't even sell anymore, but it was back very, very back in the day. I had this cutter, and I'm doing it because I want to cut all 3 pieces together. So the cutter that we have, the rotary cutter, it may not cut all 3 pieces together. So I want to be able to cut the 3 pieces together. So let's line them up as best you can. And we're going to talk about that too, because I had a little bit of a challenge when I was making my samples. So I just did some trims. So can you see, let me see if I can move this. Can you see the angle? Can you see the angle that I'm cutting at? Okay. So we're going to cut 1. Oops. So that's 1, and then set them to the side. And then I'm going to go this direction. And I'm going to cut them again. And when I have them all cut, I'll lay them out for you and you'll see what I've done. And we're going to do that. And we're going to put that right there. And then we're going to move this off and we're going to put this here. And then we're going to get rid of this cutter so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll put it back on the screen. So the thing is, don't get all hung up on how you cut them. It's not, you're going to see these are going to look very different than the cards that I showed you to start with. But don't worry about that. That's completely fine. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to lay them together in their 3 pieces. Oops. So that you can then, I think that this idea might be called cut and slice or something like that. Does that sound familiar, Judy or Karen? Is Karen on here tonight? No, not yet. I think that may be what it's called, but it's been around forever. You can do it with Designer Series paper. It's just that you'd have to do a non-directional paper in order to make that work. So then once you have them laid out, then you just kind of mix them up. So I'm going to take this one, and this one, and that's going to make a card. And then this one, and this one is going to make a card. Did I do that right? I think I did that right. Yeah, and then this will make a card. Okay, so here's one card. Here's the second card. And for me, just the way my mind works, you guys, I have to, that's not right. Let's see, it must be this way. See what I mean, you guys? I have to lay them out like that in order to make it work. So what am I doing wrong? There we go. And then the final one, that's the middle piece, the bottom piece, and the top piece. Okay. So I have to kind of lay them out so that I can keep track of what's what. And I do it literally like that. It's the easiest way to do it. So then I'm going to just make one card tonight because you're going to see the finished product on the 3 of them. So what I wanted to show you was, so do you have this? Now you have you're going to glue these on top of your card base, and we're going to do one. And I chose to stamp them. Michelle did it with a bigger star stamp, which was really cool, but she just did, she stamped the Versamark. So that's like color on color. I decided to just do it a little bit different, but I thought it would really be cool. The other option would be to take the 3 pieces and run them through 3 different embossing folders and then put those together. I thought that would look really cool too. So that's another option. So I'm going to move this out of the way, but keep it in its condition so that I can, after the video's over, I can put it back together. And I'm going to do this one. So what we're going to do is, I want to stamp, but I need to get a piece of grid paper. Hold on one moment, please. I forgot to get grid paper, because I want to stamp off, and I need grid paper to do that. And I want to stamp on top of my, sorry about that, you guys. I thought I had everything ready. I always think I have everything ready, and then I get to the card and I'm forgetting something, or I'm leaving something. Good thing my office is small enough that I can do it right away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Lost Lagoon, which is the top color, and I'm going to take the stamp from Iconic Imagery, and I'm just going to randomly stamp it all over. And then just to get it covered. And then I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to flip this way because I actually want my card to go this way. I want it to go horizontal and not vertical, because I will show you at the end the difference and why I chose to do that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off that stamp and change it. Oh, no, I'm not yet. I am going to take the same Lost Lagoon and I'm going to stamp my Very Vanilla in random pieces. Now this one I want to leave enough room because I'm going to come back and I'm going to stamp it with, I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to stamp it with, also with Old Olive. So I've got my Old Olive now, and I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to, I'm going to just mix them up. So hopefully you guys had a good Monday. I know some people, like in Maine, had quite a snowstorm. I think Teresa, she had to go off because she had trouble with her computer. I think Maine got a lot of snow today. I think they got quite a bit of snow. We're predicted to get some snow on Wednesday, but I'm just praying that we don't. I'm not a big fan of snow in Tennessee. They're not prepared for it. The roads are very dangerous. They don't have plow trucks. They don't sand. It's not fun. Okay, there's that. So that's all stamped out now. And now I'm going to just adhere it to my card base. Let me get rid of this. So this is a fast way, you guys, to make a set of cards just by, you saw me, 3 cuts. Okay, so let me put this to the side now, keeping it in order and turning this sideways, and start with this. So I will get some glue on here. Now, you want everything to line up to where the card has its fold, okay? Because you can always trim the bottom. You can trim down here, but you can't trim up here. So I'm going to line this up so that it matches to the fold, and I'm not going to freak out if it doesn't match exactly at the bottom, because I can always come back in and trim it, because that's what I had to do with my other one. So yep, I got it pretty close. So that's one piece. Then we'll do this one. And again, I'm going to come up to, so I'm up here and it matches really well, and it matches on this one. And see, that one is already hanging over a little bit. Not a worry. We're going to trim it off. And I'm just showing you that because I thought when I was making them based on Michelle's model that I was messing up in cutting them, but you saw them. But the problem is you can't keep the 3 pieces completely, totally together. So stack and whack is, oh, that's so funny, Judy. I did not know. I did not know that that was what one of them was called. Okay, so now I'm coming over here and I'm lining it up as best that I can. And there we go. So what I'm going to do is normally I would use my trimmer, but just for being a little faster, I'm just going to trim it with my hands, with my scissors. I mean, not trimming with my hands. I'm just going to trim it with my scissors just to take off that little extra that's showing. Might come out a little straighter if I did it with my trimmer, but not to worry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see how crooked that is? You guys probably can't. I have to cut it with my trimmer. That was a terrible freehand cut. So let me just come in here and just take a sliver off with my trimmer. Okay. Literally all it came off was a sliver, but it makes it nice and even. So then there's my card. And then what you would do is you would assemble the other 2 cards the same exact way. I stamped them and then I assembled them. Then I took a 3.5 inch by 1.5 inch piece of paper. Did I do this right? I think I did it right. Yeah, it's good enough. And I took, I'm looking at my samples. I'll show you the difference. And then I have this stamp set, Phrases for All, which is a fantastic stamp set. And I'm using this big happy birthday. Because again, I'm trying to make guide cards, so I'm trying to make them a little more masculine. So I will ink this up. I will ink it up so you can see what I'm doing. When I have a big stamp like this, I always put the stamp on the table and I use the ink pad this way. If it's a smaller stamp, I go in the reverse. I leave the ink pad on the table and I'll tap, tap, tap. So, and now I'm just going to put this down like this, give it a chance to absorb into the paper. And then you get a really nice, crisp, fresh cut. Okay, so then this is not exactly what I was thinking, but you never know because when you cut them, they come out differently. I could do this as well, but I'm afraid that you kind of lose that. So I think I'm going to do this. And then let me see something here. I have scraps. Yeah, I have, do I want to do that? I have scraps of Lost Lagoon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this one on some Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to do that so that it doesn't get washed out. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I am going to do this. Give it a little bit of an edge. And then I will use my cutter. This was the cutter that I was referring to that it won't really cut 3 sheets very well. So that's why I used the other one from Stampin' Up. And then we'll trim that off down there. Let me see if I did enough. Yeah, that's close enough. That's just to give you an idea. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some dimensionals and put it on with dimensionals. And then I'll bring back the original ones that I did and show you what is so different about the way I cut this one. And I probably would encourage you to cut a little bit more of an angle like I did the first one, but I'll show you what I mean by that. Oops. And then I'm going to take this off. You can never get off dimensionals very quickly, the covers when you're on camera. It just seems to take forever. Let me clean this out of the way. And then I'm going to put this right here like that. It's not exactly the look I was going for, but it will definitely work. And then that's one of the cards. And then, as I said, the other 3 cards for this set will look like this. And then the other one will be the other 3 pieces. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I still love this card. I'm still going to send it. It's not exactly the look I want, and I'll show you why. And it's really simple. Let me find the same direction. So this is the original card that I made. Do you see how much wider this white is right here? This one came to quite a point. I really didn't want a pyramid-like type look, but it still is going to work. The other option I could do is, let's see if I can do this since hasn't been on there long enough that I might be able to get these off. The other option is I can do this and I can put it down here like that. That's the other option. Put it up there like that. Nope, down there like that. I could do that as well, but that doesn't excite me as much. I like it better here. So I'm going to leave it like that. So 3 slices, 3 slabs put together. And then let's see. And then you get 3 cards. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. I'm going to put down the 3 that I made last night. Let me get this out of here because I'm hoping that I can do what I want to do and have it capture the picture so I can upload it with the picture. If you notice, sometimes I upload my stuff doesn't have a picture. It drives me crazy. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And again, the colors were Lost Lagoon and Old Olive. And that, you guys, is my cards. Super simple, super easy. Find an image, stamp them up. If you don't want to do an image, like I said earlier, another cool thing that you could do is you could emboss 3 different embossing folders. That would give it a really nice textured look. I think that would be really, really nice. I think that would, I would like that a lot. Oh, you can see I added a little flag on here just to give it a little bit more color. I did it on these 2. I didn't have space for it on this one, so I just did it on the 2 that were horizontal. So that was just to give it a little bit more, contrast. So it just didn't blend in so much. So that's where I did those from. So that's it. That is the video, you guys. I just wanted to bring back this video because I saw, these are the cards that Michelle did. These are her colors. My cuts are very different than hers, but the colors are hers. My stars are a little bit different. She did use this thank you from Phrases for All. She didn't do a banner. She did a few other ways to embellish it. But I just wanted you guys to get a feel for how quick it is to make 3 cards just using 3 pieces of paper. And the paper sizes are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's what's the same size as your card base. So you can put it on a layer, but you don't even need to. I think in the first set that I did months, maybe even a year ago, even longer, I put it on a smaller card layer. But this time I just did it right to the card base and it works out really good. So that's it. That's the birthday, guys. That's my birthday cards for guys for the month of March. I worked yesterday on getting my cards done for the month of March, so I would try to get them out on time. So if you have a birthday card, if you have a birthday in March and I know about it, hopefully you'll be getting a card from me. And I hope you guys are doing good. Always appreciate that you guys join me on Monday nights and share some of your time. And for you guys that watch the replay, I'm even more grateful because that means you have busy lives and you're sharing a little bit with me, and I'm very thankful. I hope you have a really good week. I will be here next Monday night I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will be here with another new video live and hopefully to give you another card idea. So around here, I like to remind you guys that we make it and we mail it. And thank you, Judy, for your kind words. And thank you again, you guys, for listening and that you guys could hear me. That's a really good thing. Let me see if I've gotten everybody. I think I have. That's it. I'm going to close off. Wish you guys a good night, and I will see you next Monday night. Have a good week, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.